We're at Saturday night's main event and we kick off the show in style. Burn it down! Seth Rollins is here and he's awaiting for LA Knight's arrival. However, he doesn't come alone. As he brings out a lifeless Braun Breaker, he must have jumped in backstage. He's out cold, and so is Bronson Reed. This match is going to be a pure one-on-one affair, and Seth Rollins actually doesn't mind this, even if his plan has gone to hell. As when the match officially begins, he just brings in a megastar, and Knight does the same, as he even manages to overwhelm the visionary of pure ruthless aggression as he sends him to the outside. And of course, he isn't too far behind, as he dives onto the former Messiah. And this sets the tempo for the rest of the match, with LA Knight's brawling and frantic nature able to keep Rollins' vision at bay. But neither man can put the other away. That is until there's a ref bump. As when this happens, CM Punk slides into the ring and GDS's Seth Rollins. But as soon as he does, he turns around into a surprise BFT. CM Punk has been taken care of, and now it's time for LA Knight to prove whose game it is. As with a follow-up BFT onto Seth Rollins, he picks up the biggest win of his career. It's a humongous moment for him, and a fantastic way to kick off the show. But what's next for LA Knight? What's next for Seth Rollins? Well, we're just gonna have to wait and see. As up next, it's time for a return match, as Drew McIntyre is looking to rebound at Randy Orton's expense. And it's actually working. He's completely destroying the Apex Predator with big power moves, though Randy sticks in there, although he's not thriving, as Drew continuously targets his back, and he just doesn't let up, as seemingly every move focuses in on what nearly ended the Viper's career. But he breaks away from this tradition when he connects a future shock DDT. Yet Orton kicks out, so Drew goes into the corner and looks for the Claymore, though as he charges at him, Orton evades before attempting a RKO, although Drew fights out of it before taking him back down again. And from here, he mounts the legend as he looks to kill, as he doesn't let up for the assault. That is until the blood flows. Only then is the Scottish Warrior satisfied, as after practically an entirely one-sided match, Randy Orton is put down with a Claymore kick. Drew McIntyre has won, and he's done so decisively, as after leaving the bloody carcass behind, Nick Aldis comes out to check on his talent, which of course gets him an RKO for his troubles, as even though he can barely stand, Randy Orton walks out on his own. Although before the main event, we see something unannounced. Julia is here! The Women's United States Champion is at Saturday night's main event, and she's here to prove herself on the biggest stage possible by issuing an open challenge, which gets answered by none other than a Hall of Famer. You're not enough for me. Michelle McCool is answering the call, but can she shock the world and become the new Women's United States Champion? While the match is on, and Julia immediately misses a strike before being big booted down. And this is quickly followed up by a faith breaker. Michelle is looking to end the beautiful Madison's reign early, but Julia kicks out at one. So she goes for another, which gets blocked by a trio of punches, as if her stunned, the legend gets caught with a kick to the gut and a subsequent Northern Lights bomb. Michelle is out, though Julia isn't satisfied, as she awaits for a challenger to get up so she can put her back down with a vicious knee. And with that, we see Julia's first successful title defense. One of many, we assume, as she even pretends that the offense hurt her to great extents before laughing it off, as she ultimately stands tall. But now, it's time for the main event of the evening, as it's time for Goldberg's retirement match. Can he retire as World Heavyweight Champion, or will Gunter crush him? Well, before the match can officially begin, Adam Pearce comes out and makes a bombshell last-minute change to the world title match. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm incredibly sorry to interrupt, but Bill, Gunter, you have a new referee. Because even if he can't have his dream match with you, Bill, he can at the very least be a special guest referee for your last.
We all want to go big, then say that. Ho!
Big E is going to referee Goldberg's last match. Everyone is elated at this. He wanted to wrestle Goldberg, but this is the next best available option. As now, with E putting the World Heavyweight Championship in the air, the match is on. And Bill immediately spears the ring general. Then he waits for him to get up and nails another, before lifting him up and connecting a humongous jackhammer, only getting him a 1 count. So Goldberg goes for one more spear, yet as he goes for it, Gunter is able to scoop him up and plant him right back down with a powerbomb. But Goldberg survives, and Gunter responds in kind as he chops the Hall of Famer nearly out of his damn shoes, before powerbombing him out of the ring and onto a barricade. And with a subsequent powerbomb onto the ring post and announcer's table, he puts him back into the ring and looks for a splash. Though Bill manages to connect a spear out of nowhere, but he can't connect one more jackhammer as Gunter gets out of it and insultingly connects one of his own. And with one more powerbomb alongside a rear naked choke, Goldberg passes out. Gunter has retained, and Big E has to hand him the title, which he takes in the most arrogant way possible before celebrating his victory. Goldberg is done, his career is over, and the reign of Gunter has only just begun. And if you like this story, I think this might interest you.